Hey guys, my name is Zach. Welcome to a quick look at my streaming setup tour slash office slash collection room tour video. We'll start with the PC. This is kind of where I spend most of my time in this room. It's a Lenovo Legion gaming PC with a Ryzen 5 3600 and a GeForce GTX 1650 Super. I upgraded the RAM and the fans, and now I currently have 64 gigs of RAM. For the case pop, of course, we're going with the man, the myth, the legend, Gandalf the White, which is the greatest Funko Pop of all time. I use a lot of RAM because we do a lot of video editing, lots of tabs, lots of audio editing, and having that extra RAM definitely does help. I use a RK61 60% keyboard with a matrix cable, coiled cable rather, and of course, any streamer, anyone that does any amount of streaming, I highly recommend having a Stream Deck. It honestly just makes streaming and editing so much easier. There's a look at my main page and my CW page. I have different buttons for muting the mic, changing the speakers, going to YouTube Studio, and then also, just kind of different quick keys that I like to do. So hitting CW opens up my tabs with my StreamYard, my Google Docs, my Google Slides, and that just does it with the click of a button instead of opening up 3 tabs individually, one by one. Going into a doc, we have different kind of comments that we play throughout the stream. So like, thanks for tuning in, and different links we want to plug, and those are all linked to those buttons, and it makes it easy to manage. I just click a button. If someone asks for a link, I can just drop it immediately. For audio, I use a Shure SM7B. It's a really solid mic. I've wanted one for a while, and I think if you're a beginning streamer, I don't really think you need to go out and just get one immediately. I do like it, but it is pretty expensive to kind of configure it the way that I think the mic really needs to be used, which is with a cloud lifter. It's a very quiet mic, and even with the Focusrite Scarlett Solo, I feel like it's still a bit too quiet without the cloud lifter. And speaking of that, this is the Focusrite. A great interface. This is my first actual kind of quote-unquote professional audio interface, and it's fantastic. I've been really fortunate to have some great mics in the past, so here's a look at the 2 previous ones I've had before the Shure, the RE320, which is probably the greatest use of $180 if you're streaming. It's such a good mic, and the Studio Electronics X1A. For mounting the microphone, I use a Toner T20 boom arm. We've experimented with really cheap boom arms, really expensive boom arms, but the Toner T20 is reasonably affordable at $40, and it can support pretty much any mic you throw at it. I also use sound foam. I've pretty much always used it, but I kind of invested recently in this more sort of higher quality, thicker sound foam, and it does the job really well. For cameras, I use the Zoom Q2N 4K. We've used this for, I think, like 2 years on the channel, and it's absolutely fantastic. Here's a quick look at some comics I have on display next to the streaming area, and we'll get into the collection, starting with my 2 favorite statues at the moment, the Guts Black Swordsman by Prime 1 and the Iron Studios 1/10 scale Tyrannosaurus Rex from Jurassic Park. These are great statues, and I'm very fortunate to have them. I'll say that. I do collect some 1/12 stuff, though it is super messy and unorganized, and I'll just give you guys a quick shot of that, and it definitely needs to be tidied up. But below the Prime 1 and the Rex, I have a Diva statue, and also the Chikokin Gypsy Danger, and a Gypsy Danger bust, and a few kind of odds and ends vinyl stuff from different games or comics and animes that I enjoy. Here's a look at my 2 main cabinets outside of the ones on the left side of the room. I have a Tillum Aberdeen China cabinet on the left, and 2 Detolfs on the right. In a perfect world, I think 3 to 4 Detolfs is probably where I want to be when we move, but in this current space, I really only have the space for the 2 at the moment. I have some 6-scale stuff mixed with Lego in the Detolfs, and then the China cabinet has a mixture of some anime stuff at the top, Lord of the Rings in the second and third shelf, and then some Miles Morales and Sideshow Baby Yoda on the right bottom shelf. On top of the Aberdeen, I have the Hasbro Big Millennium Falcon, and on top of the Detoffs, I have the Beehive, as the Patreonies affectionately call it. But yeah, that's pretty much my collection room. It's not too much change since the last time you guys saw it. But I hope you like it, and if you guys have any questions, drop them below. I'll do my best to answer them. And thanks for watching, and thank you guys for supporting the channel for another year. We appreciate it, and we look forward to 2022.